Improving yourself just 1% every day, imagine what that could do for your life. Might sound simple, but it's the kind of idea that can completely change your future if you truly understand it. The real magic doesn't come from huge leaps or sudden transformations. It's in the daily, consistent effort. Those small improvements, made day after day, compound over time and lead to extraordinary results. Most people overlook this. They're waiting for some big breakthrough or dramatic moment, but they forget that the journey of self-improvement is a slow and steady process. And that's where the real power lies, in doing just a little bit more today than you did yesterday. Think about it, 1% improvement every day. It doesn't sound like much, does it? In fact, it feels almost insignificant at first. But here's the thing, 1% improvement each day is sustainable. It's doable. You can start right now, right where you are. The challenge is not in making the big, bold changes, but in making those small, consistent efforts. Day in and day out, showing up for yourself, doing just a little bit more, and improving just a little bit. That's how you build momentum. That's how you become someone who never stops growing. Here's where it gets interesting. If you improve yourself by just 1% every day for a year, the results are not just additive, they're exponential. At the end of a year, you won't be 365 better. No, the impact is much bigger than that. A 1% improvement each day over a year leads to a 37 times improvement. That's the compound effect at work. You might not notice much on day one, but over time, those small efforts snowball. They add up in ways that are hard to imagine in the beginning. When you take this approach, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. It's not about the immediate payoff. It's about the consistent, incremental progress that builds on itself. If you want to improve your health, your finances, your relationships, or your skills, the answer is simple. Get better every day. Focus on the fundamentals and make them a daily practice. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about getting better every day. But here's where people fall short. They want the quick fix. They want instant results. They want to see progress now. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting results, the mistake comes when we expect them too quickly. The key to lasting change is patience and persistence. It's the ability to stick with the process even when it feels like you're not seeing immediate results. This is where most people give up. They try something for a week, maybe a month, and then they stop because they don't see the results they were hoping for. But the ones who succeed are the ones who keep going, even when it feels like nothing's changing. They trust the process. They know that the work they're putting in today is building something bigger for tomorrow. It's easy to get discouraged when we don't see the payoff immediately. But the reality is, growth takes time. It's not something that happens. When you focus on getting 1% better every day, you don't need to worry about the immediate outcomes. You just need to focus on the daily effort, the daily improvement. Over time, those small improvements will add up to something remarkable. And when they do, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. You'll be amazed at how much you've grown, not because of one big event or one big leap forward, but because you consistently showed up for yourself each day. So what does this look like in practice? Well, it could be as simple as reading one page of a book each day, exercising for 10 minutes each morning, or taking a few minutes to reflect on your day and learn from it. These are small things, but they make a huge difference when done consistently. The point isn't to do everything at once, but to pick one thing and stick with it. Make it a habit. Start with something that feels achievable, and then build from there. Don't worry about doing everything perfectly right away. Just focus on showing up and doing the work, no matter how small it seems in the moment. The truth is, We all have the potential to improve ourselves every single day. The question is whether we will commit to making that improvement. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is often not a matter of talent or intelligence. It's about consistency. It's about who's willing to show up and put in the work day after day. It's about who's willing to make those small, seemingly insignificant improvements that over time lead to something remarkable. This is not a quick fix solution. It's not about finding the shortcut to success. It's about taking the long road and making consistent incremental progress. The best part? You're in control of it. You decide how much effort you're going to put in. You decide how much you're going to improve each day. And over time, that 1% improvement compounds into something extraordinary. When you focus on getting better every day, you'll begin to notice something amazing. Your life starts to change. It doesn't happen all at once, but little by little, you start to see results. Your health improves, your mindset becomes stronger, your relationships deepen, and your career takes off. You'll look back and realize that the key to your success was not some breakthrough moment, but the decision to improve yourself just 1% each day. One of the greatest misconceptions people have is that they need to make dramatic changes to see results. They think they need to overhaul everything in their life at once, and that can be overwhelming. But what if instead of trying to do everything at once, you simply focused on improving one small area each day? The results would be much more sustainable, and they would build over time. The key is not in doing more, but in doing what you can do consistently. Start with small, manageable steps. Commit to improving just a little bit each day, and watch how those small steps lead to massive progress. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. If you can just focus on getting a little bit better each day, you'll find that the results will come. It may take time, but when they do come, they'll be far more lasting and rewarding than any quick fix ever could be. In the end, this is the power of the 1% rule. It's not about a big change. It's not about some huge dramatic breakthrough. It's about the little things done consistently over time that lead to massive growth and success. So start today. Focus on what you can do today to improve, and then show up again tomorrow and do it again. The more you do this, the more you'll see how much you're capable of achieving. Every small step you take brings you closer to the person you want to be. Number one, the compound effect. The compound effect is one of the most powerful forces that shapes our lives, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. Most people think that success is about making huge, dramatic changes or taking giant leaps forward. They believe that the big breakthroughs will come all at once, like flipping a switch. But in reality, it's the small, consistent actions that create the most lasting impact over time. The compound effect works because small, seemingly insignificant choices, repeated consistently over time, build momentum and lead to extraordinary results. Let's break it down a bit more. Imagine you're putting in a little bit of effort every day, and at first, it doesn't seem like much. Maybe it's just making a small change in your diet, reading a chapter of a book, or taking a few minutes to act. These are tiny actions. You might not feel any different after one day, or even after 1 week. But over the course of months and years, those small efforts compound and have a huge effect on your life. What started out as something small and almost invisible becomes something significant and life-changing. The compound effect is the result of doing the right things consistently over time. This principle applies to everything. Whether you're trying to improve your health, grow your wealth, develop new skills, or build relationships, the compound effect is at work. It doesn't matter how small the actions seem. If you stay consistent, if you keep making those small improvements day after day, they will add up. And one day, you'll wake up and realize just how far you've come. But let's be clear, this doesn't happen overnight. It's easy to be discouraged when you don't see immediate results. After all, the world is full of people who are chasing quick fixes, looking for shortcuts, and expecting immediate rewards. But the truth is that real lasting success doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from steady, persistent effort. It's about putting in the work and trusting that over time, the results will come. Think about a savings account. If you deposit a small amount of money every day, you might not see any change in your balance for a while. But over the months and years, those deposits begin to add up. The interest starts to compound, and soon enough, you have something substantial. It's the same with any area of your life. Whether you're building your skills, your business, or your body, the progress may not be noticeable right away. But the more consistent you are, the more your efforts compound and grow. The biggest obstacle many people face is impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification where we can get food delivered to our door in minutes and binge watch entire seasons of shows in one sitting. This has conditioned us to expect quick results. But the reality is that lasting success requires patience. It requires showing up every day, even when you don't see immediate changes. It requires a long-term mindset. In order to make the compound effect work for you, it's important to focus on the daily habits that drive your success. It's not about doing everything all at once. It's about taking small steps day by day that lead you toward your bigger goals. The compound effect works in your favor when you choose the right daily actions, the right habits, and the right mindset. It's these small, consistent actions that accumulate and eventually lead to huge transformations. Take your health, for example. You might not notice much difference if you eat one healthy meal or work out for just Arcer's minutes. But if you keep eating better and exercising every day, that consistency will eventually show up in the form of better energy, improved strength, and weight loss. The compound effect is at work behind the scenes, even when you can't see the changes happening. What's more, it's the decisions you make on the boring days, the days when nothing seems to be happening, that truly matter. Because the real growth happens in those quiet, consistent actions that are easy to overlook. The same principle applies to personal. If you read for just 10 minutes a day, you might not feel like you've gained much knowledge. But if you do that consistently, day after day, you'll be amazed at how much you've learned after a year. You'll have read dozens of books, gained valuable insights, and expanded your thinking. It's the little things that compound into big results. The challenge, of course, is sticking with it when the progress isn't immediately visible. You have to trust that the work you're putting in today is setting the foundation for something bigger down the road. It can be hard to see that when you're in the middle of it, but if you keep going, if you keep making those small improvements every single day, you'll begin to see how all those little efforts build up into something extraordinary. That's the power of the compound effect. It's the ability to stay consistent even when the results aren't obvious. It's about putting in the work day after day, knowing that those efforts will eventually pay off. The small things matter. The little decisions you make every day add up. The secret to success is not in the big, dramatic changes, but in the small, consistent actions that accumulate over time. One of the keys to making the compound effect work for you is to focus on the fundamentals. Success doesn't come from doing something extraordinary. It comes from doing ordinary things in an extraordinary way. The magic lies in consistency. The more you focus on the basics, whether that's working on your mindset, developing your skills, or taking care of your body, the more those actions compound into bigger results. The good news is that you don't have to do everything at once. Start small. Start with one habit that you know you can stick to. Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes a day to learn something new, or it's committing to a 10-minute workout every morning. Whatever it is, make it a daily practice. Then, over time, you can build on that. As the compound effect works its magic, you'll see your habits improve, your skills grow, and your life begin to change in ways you never imagined. The bottom line is this: small actions, repeated consistently, lead to big results. It's the power of the compound effect. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to focus on the small things, do them consistently, and trust that the results will come. Stick with it, and over time, you'll see the incredible power of consistent effort in your life. Number 2, focus on the fundamentals. When you think about self-improvement, there's one key element that makes all the difference: focusing on the fundamentals. It's easy to get distracted by flashy techniques, the latest trends, or the newest self-help hacks. But when it comes down to it, true growth always starts with the basics. If you want to improve your life, whether it's your health, career, finances, or relationships, mastering the fundamentals is what will give you the solid foundation you need to build upon. The fundamentals are the core principles and simple actions that drive real progress. They're the things that, when done consistently, produce lasting results. They may not seem glamorous or exciting at first, but they're the very things that, over time, create a strong, unshakable foundation for everything else you do. So why do we often overlook them? Why do we chase the complex and the complicated when it's the simple, fundamental practices that lead to the most profound changes? It's all about mastering the basics, even when they seem simple or mundane. Whether it's showing up every day, being consistent, setting clear goals, managing your time effectively, or taking care of your health, these are the building blocks. It's easy to underestimate how much power lies in these simple daily practices. But the truth is, if you want long-term success, it's not about doing complex things. It's about doing the right things consistently and doing them well. Take time management, for example. This is one of the most fundamental skills you can develop if you want to be successful. Managing your time effectively doesn't mean filling every moment with activity. It means making intentional choices about how you spend your time so that every action you take moves you closer to your goals. It's about knowing what's important and focusing your energy on those things. The best way to improve your time management is by starting small. Prioritize your tasks, create a schedule, and stick to it. It's one of those simple fundamentals that, when practiced consistently, leads to massive productivity and success. Another example is the power of setting clear goals. It's a fundamental part of self-improvement, and yet many people fail to take the time to properly define what they want to achieve. Without clear goals, it's easy to feel lost or uncertain. But when you know exactly what you're working toward, every decision you make becomes easier. It's the kind of clarity that helps you stay focused, especially when distractions try to pull you in different directions. Whether your goal is to improve your fitness, advance in your career, or build better relationships, defining that goal clearly and breaking it down into manageable steps is a fundamental practice that will keep you on track and moving forward. Of course, we can't talk about the fundamentals without mentioning the importance of personal discipline. This is where most people slip up. Discipline isn't about willpower alone. It's about creating a routine that you stick to, even when motivation fades. It's about doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. True discipline comes from setting the right habits and keeping them in place, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. Think about how this works in the context of health. The fundamentals of staying healthy are simple: eat well, get enough sleep, exercise regularly, and manage stress. These aren't new or complex ideas, but they work. Yet, so many people neglect them because they're not easy or fun in the moment. But those who are successful, whether in their health, finances, or career, understand that these basics are what matter. They understand that even on days when they don't feel like it, sticking to the fundamentals is what sets them apart. When you're building your skills or knowledge in any area, the same principle applies. The best way to get better at something is to stick to the basics. Whether it's reading a little each day, practicing your craft, or developing your communication skills, the key is consistent practice. It's not about skipping to the advanced stuff before you've mastered the basics. In fact, when you focus on mastering the fundamentals, the advanced skills will come naturally over time. This is how expertise is built. Building strong relationships also requires focusing on the fundamentals. It's about being a good listener, showing respect, being reliable, and consistently being there for others. These are simple things, but they form the foundation of any successful relationship. When you take the time to focus on these basic practices, you build trust and respect, which are essential for deep, meaningful connections. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that relationships should always be exciting or perfect, but at the heart of it, strong relationships are built on these fundamental principles of care and attention. The problem many people face is that they get distracted by trying to do everything at once. They hear about new methods or tips that promise big results, and they dive in, hoping for a quick fix. But the real truth is, success doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing the right things consistently. The fundamentals might not be glamorous, but they are tried and true. They are what produce results, not just in the short term, but over the long haul. When you build your life on these fundamentals, you create a solid foundation that will withstand the ups and downs of life. Whether you're faced with unexpected challenges, a change in circumstances, or a period of uncertainty, having a strong grasp of the fundamentals will keep you grounded. This is what makes the fundamentals so powerful. They're the constants that guide you even when everything else is in flux. What's important is that you don't just understand these fundamentals, you practice them every day. You make them part of your routine. Even when things get tough or you're tempted to take shortcuts, you remind yourself that the basics are what will keep you on track. And over time, you'll begin to see the power of these small, consistent efforts. You don't need to be extraordinary to succeed. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to focus on the fundamentals, get them right, and commit to them, day in and day out. And little by little, those fundamentals will lead you to extraordinary results. When you build your life on solid, simple principles, you'll create lasting success because the basics are always what stand the test of time. So if you're looking to improve, don't get distracted by what's flashy or trendy. Go back to the basics. Focus on the fundamentals. Master them. Do them consistently. And watch how they change your life. This is the foundation of all success. When you understand that and you embrace it, you'll see just how powerful those simple actions can be. And you'll realize that the key to your success was never hidden in some complicated formula. It was always in the basics. Number 3, daily reflection. Every day we are faced with a choice. Do we stay in our comfort zone, or do we challenge ourselves to grow? The truth is, growth doesn't happen without challenges. It's easy to want to avoid difficulty, to stick to what we know, and to take the path of least resistance. But if you truly want to improve, if you want to become better, stronger, and more capable, you have to embrace challenges. Because challenges are the very things that push us to grow. Too often we see challenges as obstacles, as things to avoid or get past. But challenges are not roadblocks. They are opportunities. opportunities for learning, for improvement, for discovering what we're truly capable of. If you think about the most successful people in any field, whether it's business, sports, art, or personal development, you'll find that their success wasn't handed to them. They faced countless challenges, obstacles, and setbacks along the way. But instead of running from them, they leaned into those challenges and used them as stepping stones to become better. It's easy to look at someone who's achieved great things and think that they've had an easier path. But the reality is, their success didn't come without difficulty. They didn't avoid challenges. They embraced them. They saw every difficulty as a chance to grow, to develop resilience, to learn new skills, and to push their limits. The key is to stop seeing challenges as threats and start seeing them as opportunities. When you face a challenge, your first instinct may be to feel fear, uncertainty, or frustration. But the next time you're confronted with something difficult, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? What skills do I need to develop in order to overcome it? And when you shift your perspective, you'll start to see challenges as necessary parts of your growth journey. Think about the process of building a muscle. You don't build strength by avoiding weight. You build it by pushing against resistance. The more resistance you face, the stronger your muscles become. It's the same with personal growth. The more challenges you face and overcome, the stronger you become. Challenges force you to stretch, to think differently, and to adapt. And it's through this process of adaptation that growth happens. One of the biggest reasons people avoid challenges is because of the fear of failure. Failure is often seen as something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person has failed, sometimes more times than they can count. But they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as a learning experience. They understood that failure is not permanent. It's just a stepping stone on the way to success. When you embrace challenges, you learn to see failure differently. It's no longer something to fear or avoid. It's an opportunity to learn, to get better, and to refine your approach. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights that help you improve. And the more you fail and keep going, the more resilient you become. You begin to develop a mindset that no challenge is too great, no failure is final, and no obstacle is insurmountable. Let's look at challenges in the context of your personal development. Whether you're trying to improve your physical health, learn a new skill, or build a new habit, challenges are inevitable. You won't see immediate results, and there will be moments when things feel difficult or discouraging. But those are the moments that matter most. It's during those times that your growth is happening. When you face challenges head-on, you build character. You develop perseverance, patience, and grit, the qualities that are essential for long-term success. Take fitness, for example. If you want to build strength or lose weight, the process is challenging. You can't expect to see results without putting in the work, facing the discomfort, and overcoming the physical and mental barriers that come with it. The same goes for learning a new skill. Whether it's playing an instrument, learning a new language, or mastering a new software program, the path to proficiency is filled with challenges. But those challenges are exactly what help you improve. You can apply this principle to every area of your life. The relationships you build, the career you develop, the skills you master, all of them will require you to face challenges. And the more you face, the more you grow. It's as simple as that. But the key to making this work is to shift your mindset and start viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and improve rather than obstacles that hold you back. Embracing challenges also requires developing mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, positive, and motivated, even in the face of adversity. It's the ability to keep going when things get tough. This kind of resilience doesn't come naturally to everyone. It's something you develop over time. But the more you embrace challenges, the stronger your mental toughness becomes. When you face a challenge, you have two choices. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it teach you. If you choose to learn from it, to use it as an opportunity to grow, you will come out of that challenge stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. This is the power of embracing challenge. They don't just help you become better at one specific thing, they help you grow as a person. They shape your character, build your confidence, and develop your strength. If you want to live a life of growth, of continuous improvement, you have to stop avoiding challenges. Embrace them, seek them out. Welcome the discomfort that comes with them, because that discomfort is what will push you to become better. Every challenge is a chance to improve yourself. Every setback is a chance to come back stronger. And every failure is a lesson that brings you closer to success. Don't wait for the perfect conditions to start facing your challenges. The right moment will never come. The best time to embrace challenges is right now, in the midst of whatever you're going through. Life is full of challenges, big and small. Instead of avoiding them, step into them with the mindset that you can handle whatever comes your way. You are capable of more than you realize, and with each challenge you face, you will prove that to yourself. Remember, growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself to do the things that are difficult, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar. When you embrace challenges, you open yourself up to the potential of who you can become. The more you challenge yourself, the more you will grow, and the more capable you will become. And that's when the real transformation happens. Number 4, the importance of self-discipline. The environment you surround yourself with plays a pivotal role in the person you become. It's often said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's truth in that statement. Your environment shapes your thoughts, your behaviors, and ultimately, your results. It's easy to overlook this fact, but the truth is that the people, places, and things you expose yourself to every day have a powerful impact on your life. If you want to grow, if you want to improve, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you need to take a hard look at your environment and make sure it's aligned with your goals. What does your current environment look like? Are the people you spend time with supportive of your growth, or do they hold you back? Are you surrounded by people who challenge you to think bigger, to take action, and to pursue your goals? Or do you find yourself in environments that drag you down, where negativity and complacency are the norm? It's essential to recognize that your environment is more than just the physical space you occupy. It includes the people, the media, the energy, and even the thoughts that surround you. If you want to improve, it's crucial to intentionally cultivate an environment that encourages growth. Think about the people you spend time with. Are they ambitious, motivated, and focused on their own personal development? Or are they stuck in a rut, complaining about life and settling for mediocrity? The people you associate with have an incredible influence on your mindset and your habits. When you surround yourself with high achievers, with people who push themselves and support others in their growth, you raise your own standards. Their energy becomes contagious, and their mindset rubs off on you. This is why it's so important to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, or at least people who have a similar drive to succeed. On the other hand, if you spend too much time with people who are negative, lazy, or uninspired, you'll find it much harder to stay motivated and focused. Negative people will drain your energy, fill your mind with doubt, and make you question your own potential. It's not that you should cut off every person who isn't perfect or has flaws, but if you find yourself constantly surrounded by people who aren't moving forward, you'll begin to mirror that behavior. Your progress will slow down, and you'll start to settle for less than you're capable of. It's about balance. Choose your inner circle wisely and make sure the people around you are helping you become better. But it's not just about the people you spend time with. Your environment includes everything you expose yourself to. It's the information you consume, the places you go, and the media you engage with. What kind of content are you consuming every day? Are you reading books that inspire and challenge you? Or are you filling your mind with distractions that hold you back? Are you watching videos that elevate your thinking? Or are you mindlessly scrolling through social media, feeding yourself negativity? The content you consume shapes your thinking, and your thinking shapes your actions. If you want to grow, you need to be intentional about what you expose yourself to. Read books that challenge you to think differently. Watch videos that inspire you to take action, and fill your mind with positive, empowering ideas. Your mind is a sponge, and it absorbs everything you feed it. If you fill it with negativity, fear, and doubt, that's what will manifest in your life. But if you fill it with hope, possibility, and the beliefs that you can improve, that's what will drive you forward. Another crucial aspect of your environment is the physical space you occupy. Is your space organized, clean, and conducive to productivity? Or is it cluttered, disorganized, and chaotic? A cluttered environment can lead to a cluttered mind. If you want to improve, you need to create a space that helps you stay focused and motivated. This doesn't mean you need to have the perfect office or the most expensive equipment. But having a clean, organized environment that supports your goals can make a huge difference in how you feel and how productive you are. Take a look around your space. Is it helping you grow, or is it holding you back? The environments we create for ourselves, both physically and mentally, are a reflection of how we value ourselves and our goals. If you want to achieve something, you need to create an environment that supports that ambition. If you want to be fit, create a space where exercise is easy and accessible. If you want to be more productive, create an environment that helps you focus and get work done. And if you want to grow as a person, surround yourself with people, content, and places that inspire and challenge you to do so. It's important to note that sometimes you can't control the environment around you. You might find yourself in a negative situation or surrounded by people who aren't as motivated as you'd like them to be. But what you can control is how you respond to that environment. If you can't change the people around you, you can change how you engage with them. You can choose to limit your time with negative influences and instead seek out opportunities to connect with those who encourage your growth. You can also control what you expose yourself to. If the environment around you is not conducive to your growth, you have the power to seek out new environments, whether that's through books, online courses, or even traveling to new places that spark your creativity and energy. One of the most important things to understand is that your environment is always evolving. As you grow, your needs and your goals will change, and so should the environments you surround yourself with. Dynamic process. The people, places, and things that supported you at one stage of your life may not be what you need at the next stage. As you level up in your personal development, you may need to seek out new environments that challenge you and push you to grow even further. Building the right environment is an ongoing process. It's about continuously evaluating who and what is influencing you and making intentional choices to curate your surroundings in a way that supports your growth. The right environment can help you achieve things you never thought possible. It can push you beyond your limits, help you stay motivated, and keep you focused on your goals. At the end of the day, your environment is not just something that happens to you. It's something you create. You have the power to shape your environment and make it work for you. Surround yourself with positivity, support, and inspiration. Fill your space with things that help you stay focused, motivated, and productive. Seek out people who push you to become better. And remember, The more intentional you are about your environment, the more it will serve you on your journey of personal growth. Number 5, embrace challenge. The people you choose to learn from can have a massive impact on your own growth. You may have heard the saying, you become like the people you spend the most time with, kluk to klusti, and there's a lot of truth in that. If you want to get better, if you want to grow and improve, you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who have been where you want to go, and people who can share the lessons they've learned along the way. Learning from others, whether through direct mentorship, books, podcasts, or simply observing their actions, gives you the tools, insights, and motivation to take your own life to the next level. The first thing to understand is that we don't have to figure everything out on our own. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are people out there who have already walked the path you want to walk, who have faced the challenges you're facing, and who have learned valuable lessons that can save you time, frustration, and effort. Learning from others is not just a shortcut to success. It's a smart way to leverage the experiences and knowledge of those who have come before you. Let's start with mentorship. Having a mentor can be one of the most powerful things you can do for your personal development. A mentor is someone who has experience in the areas you want to grow in. They've made the mistakes, learned the hard lessons, and figured out what works and what doesn't. A good mentor doesn't just tell you what to do. They guide you, challenge you, and help you avoid the pitfalls that could derail your progress. But here's the key: finding the right mentor is essential. It's not enough to just pick anyone who seems successful. A true mentor is someone who has walked the path you want to walk, who understands the challenges you're facing, and who genuinely cares about your growth. You want someone who will push you beyond your limits, someone who will tell you the truth, even when it's hard to hear. A good mentor isn't just a cheerleader. They're also a mirror, reflecting back your strengths and weaknesses so you can grow. Learning from others also involves looking beyond mentorship to other sources of inspiration. Books, podcasts, seminars, and even YouTube videos can be incredible resources for growth. The great thing about books, for example, is that they give you access to the wisdom of people who may not be physically present in your life, but whose ideas can still shape and influence your thinking. Think about how many people's lives have been changed by a single book or seminar. You can literally tap into the knowledge and insights of people who are experts in the areas you want to improve. But the key to learning from others is being willing to do so consistently. It's about constantly feeding your mind with ideas, strategies, and philosophies that challenge your thinking and push you to think bigger. If you want to grow, you can't afford to be stagnant. You need to be always learning, whether it's from those around you, from books, from courses, or from your own experiences. The most successful people, they never stop seeking knowledge because they understand that learning is the foundation of growth. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they can learn everything from books or podcasts without actually applying the lessons. Learning from others is not just about absorbing information. It's about taking action. Knowledge without energy. You need to take the lessons you learn from others and apply them to your own life. You need to test those ideas, experiment with them, and see what works for you. The more you apply what you learn, the more you grow. But it's not just about learning from people who are ahead of you. It's also about learning from your peers, people who are on the same journey as you. We all have something to offer each other. Sometimes the people closest to us have insights or experiences that we may overlook. Peer learning is powerful because it allows you to share your own experiences, exchange ideas, and grow together. It's important to create a network of people who are all striving for growth, because their experiences can help shape your own. Another critical aspect of learning from others is to seek feedback. The feedback you get from others can be one of the most valuable tools for growth. However, many people avoid feedback because it feels uncomfortable. The truth is, if you're not getting feedback, you're not growing. Constructive feedback, whether from a mentor, a colleague, or a friend, can help you see blind spots, identify weaknesses. Feedback isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. And remember, not all feedback is equally valuable. You need to be selective about whose feedback you listen to. Look for people who have earned the right to give you feedback, who have the experience and perspective to help you improve. Seek out feedback from those who are where you want to be. And always be open to hearing the truth, even if it's not what you want to hear. Growth comes from being challenged and pushed outside of your comfort zone. Another powerful way to learn from others is by observing their actions. Sometimes the best lessons aren't taught through words, they're learned through actions. Watch how the people you admire carry themselves. Notice their work ethic, their discipline, their ability to stay focused and calm under pressure. How do they handle setbacks? How do they maintain their motivation when things aren't going well? These are the kinds of things you can learn just by observing those who are successful in the areas you want to succeed in. It's important to remember that learning from others isn't just about knowledge. It's about developing the right mindset. The most successful people have a growth mindset. They believe that they can always improve, that they can learn from their mistakes, and that there is no limit to their potential. By surrounding yourself with people who have this mindset, you begin to adopt it yourself. The more you engage with people who believe in growth and development, the more you'll believe in it too. Finally, don't forget that learning from others also means sharing what you know. One of the best ways to solidify your own learning is by teaching others. When you teach someone else, you deepen your own understanding. You start to see the material from a different perspective, and you gain new insights that you may have missed before. So as you continue to grow, look for opportunities to pass on what you've learned. Teaching others not only helps them, but it also accelerates your own growth. Learning from others is one of the fastest and most effective ways to improve yourself. It's about gaining insights, strategies, and knowledge from those who have walked the path before you, and then applying those lessons in your own life. It's about seeking feedback, observing actions, and being open to new ideas. The more you learn from others, the more you realize that there is always something new to discover. The key is to stay humble, stay hungry for knowledge, and always be willing to learn and grow. When you do that, you'll keep moving forward on your journey of improvement. Number 6, the role of environment. The mindset you carry each day has an incredible impact on the quality of your life. It influences your choices, shapes your responses to challenges, and ultimately determines whether or not you achieve your goals. It's not the circumstances you face that define your success, but the way you think about those circumstances. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and if you want to improve yourself, change the way you think. A shift in mindset can lead to a transformation in your life. At the core of this mindset shift is understanding that you have control over how you respond to every situation. Too often, people let their circumstances dictate their reactions. They feel like victims of their environment or the challenges they face. But the truth is, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. And your response is what shapes your reality. There's a huge difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence are set in stone. They think you either have the talent, skill, or intelligence to succeed, or you don't. This belief can be incredibly limiting. If you think you're stuck with whatever talents or abilities you were born with, you'll never push yourself beyond your current limits. You'll never attempt something new, take a risk, or even fail forward because you'll be afraid of looking incapable. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed with effort, learning, and perseverance. They see challenges as opportunities to grow, failures as lessons to learn from, and setbacks as temporary obstacles to overcome. People with a growth mindset don't fear failure, they embrace it. They understand that every mistake is a step on the path to success, not a sign that they're not cut out for the task at hand. This is why mindset is so crucial. How you perceive challenges directly impacts how you approach them. One of the first steps to cultivating a growth mindset is to become aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to how you respond when things don't go your way. Do you get discouraged, throw in the towel, or start doubting your abilities? Or do you take a deep breath, reflect on what went wrong, and figure out how to improve? Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They have the ability to either lift you up or hold you back. When you notice negative or limiting thoughts creeping in, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me move forward or is it keeping me stuck? Start replacing limiting thoughts with, instead of thinking, I can't do this, change it to, I can learn how to do this. The key to developing a growth mindset is to embrace learning as a lifelong process. If you want to improve, you have to understand that the journey will be full of ups and downs. There will be moments when you feel frustrated, discouraged, or defeated. But those moments are not the end of the road. They are simply part of the process. Every setback is an opportunity to learn. Every mistake, a chance to improve. The more you embrace this idea, the more you'll see obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Another important shift in mindset is the idea of self-compassion. Too often, we're our own harshest critics. We push ourselves to the limit, demanding perfection, and when we don't achieve it, we beat ourselves up. This mindset of self-criticism only holds us back. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you can do better next time. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge your progress. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Remember, growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each small step forward is a victory. Celebrate it. One of the most powerful ways to change your mindset is to surround yourself with people who have the mindset you want to develop. The people around you can influence your thinking more than you realize. If you're surrounded by people who are constantly complaining, doubting themselves, and holding onto a fixed mindset, it will be much harder for you to develop a growth mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who embrace challenges, who believe in learning and growth, and who encourage you to do the same, you'll begin to adopt those same attitudes. Choose your inner circle wisely. Spend time with people who lift you up and push you to grow. Another mindset shift that can make a huge difference is the power of yet. When you find yourself saying things like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, add the word yet at the end of that sentence. I can't do this, yet. I'm not good enough, yet. This simple shift reframes the situation from one of defeat to one of possibility. It acknowledges that you may not be where you want to be right now, but with effort and perseverance, you will get there. The word yet opens up the possibility for growth, making it clear that your current state is not permanent. It's just a temporary point on the path to where you want to go. It's also important to adopt an attitude of gratitude in your mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It helps you appreciate the progress you've made, no matter how small, and encourages you to keep going. When you practice gratitude, it becomes easier to see the opportunities in every challenge, the lessons in every failure, and the potential in every setback. Gratitude reminds you that you have everything you need to succeed. You just have to keep moving forward with faith and perseverance. One of the most empowering things you can do for your mindset is to take ownership of your life. Stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as the creator of your own reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions shape your life. If you believe that you can't achieve your goals, then you won't. But if you believe that you can learn, grow, and improve, then there's no limit to what you can achieve. The choice is yours. When you take ownership of your life and develop a mindset focused on growth, everything changes. You no longer see challenges as obstacles. You see them as opportunities for personal development. You no longer fear failure. You embrace it as a necessary part of the learning process. You no longer wait for things to happen to you. You take action and create the life you want, the foundation of everything. It determines how you approach life's challenges, how you see opportunities, and how you respond to setbacks. By shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, you unlock your full potential. When you believe that growth is possible, that every challenge is an opportunity, and that failure is just another step on the path to success, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. Change your mindset, and you'll change your life. The power to improve, to grow, and to succeed is already within you. All it takes is the right mindset to unlock it.